So I'm back again. This is, I guess, episode 2. I hate saying that. And I know, like, what I see, and I know it's Minecraft, it's a blocky ass game, but what I see when I'm, like, playing this is, and shows up in top left, it bugged out for a second, but I get, like, 120 FPS. I'm on 122 hertz, whatever. I'm doing great. We're having a great time. I see great things. I also see it stretched on the curved monitor. However, I use OBS to record things, and OBS is a bit weird at the moment. So I'm capturing using something called Game Capture on OBS, which is what I record with. And OBS, while game capturing, despite the setting being turned on, if I go full screen, I can't see my cursor. So if I'm in inventory, I can't see a cursor, and it makes it very impossible for me to do anything. Don't know why that is. So I have to play in a borderless window, kind of half full screen, which lowers my performance, which is sad, but that's the only way I can see my cursor right now while trying to also record. And because of that, it is a reduced size minorly compared to full screen. So on OBS, to fit the screen, to fit the video editing Premiere software and fit it on YouTube, I have to stretch, instead of compressing, I stretch the resolution a very tiny amount. So it does kind of look quite weird, and again, I don't know who watches these, but that's that. It's kind of weird. Well, I'll deal with it now until I can figure out the reason that it's not working. So, back. I'm back. Hello. Hi. Quest. Just do quest. We go back to alpha. Now, I don't know if I ever showed, but this, as I said, there's a lot of mods. There's a lot of mods, and the end is a lot. So the very end, there's all these different end modes, and I feel like if I type okay. Oh, my computer really did not like me doing that. So an infinity catalyst, which you need at the end game a lot of, requires some interesting things, such as the ultimate singularity, which requires singularities. For an example, mithril singularity. Mithril is quite a hard thing to get, by the way, but you need a 9,000 blocks of that to make a singularity, and you need that many to make all these, along with crystal, these things, which require even more confusing things, require fire ingots, which there's a lot going on with it. And we're just trying to make some pretty basic things up here in the alpha quest section. So I said I think that I was gonna start the Tinkers idea, because I can also kind of roughly explain it. So Tinkers, and again, I don't want to explain too far out because it will cause problems, but I'm gonna build a little platform out here to build a little Tinkers area. And if you don't know what Tinkers is, and I mean just keep saying Tinkers, don't really make much sense. But you see, ignoring this first one, we need these things. And the other way I can find that quite easily is if my frames stop dropping while doing that. If I just type in @tinker, it pulls up all items from the mod, the Tinkers mod, which there is quite a lot of. But you can see that, so there's all patterns. But better way to do it, I feel like I just upload Tinker, and it should just, instead of pulling up all things that are of that mod. Okay, yeah, so we need a tool bench. Oh, I'm slightly forgetting everything here. Okay, you know what? We're gonna go one by one. Patterns chest. So patterns chest, just wood pattern. How to make a pattern? Blank pattern. There you go. Base uses a lot of wood to start. So I will need a lot of patterns, so I am going to make a lot now. But this is again how I get tools. Essentially, this is where tools start. So there we go. We got a bunch of blank patterns. Surround one in wood. We got a pattern chest. I'm gonna start with placing that right there. Now we need stencil table. And actually, I can just. Apparently, I can't. I don't know why I'm dropping frames just while trying to type stuff, but everything else is fine. So we move. But stencil table. So that's quite simple. Forgot how simple that was. There we go. Now we need part builder and a tool station. I feel like both of those are quite easy. Part build. There we go. Yep. Very easy actually. Now I'm going to be trying to explain and relearn this stuff at the same time because it's been a while. Also, Tinkers was always not the simplest. It was quite simple, but in-depth parts of it got quite confusing. Is it just that? Yeah. Tool station. Did I already make that? No, I didn't. There. Oh, yep. There we go. Okay. So actually, I'm gonna move. I don't have an axe. I think I can just break this. Yeah, oh, I'm having problems right now. Okay. We're gonna keep going. I don't know what's going on. But we have this. So we have pattern chest. Oh, Christ. Pattern chest where you can store stuff in. A tool station, which has, you know, things. Give me a second. Okay. Tool station, which does. So this, you can make the fancy crooks, pickaxe, shovel. These are the basic ones, the ones that won't require metal. You could use metal, basically a frying pan, and repairing and modifying. Part builder, that's where you use a stencil to build a part, and then this is the start of it all, where you actually do like build the stencil. So actually, I think I do want this over here, and we move back. Okay, yeah, I think I fixed the one problem, by the way. Yeah, and then here we go. So yeah, now they all connect. So we can see the craft table with the little furnace slots. We have the connected tool station. We have the connected part builder. We can all access from here instead of like going in between it all. So I don't actually know what the quest wants us to do, but I think I can just. Okay, so that starts that. So now I can make like an axe, and if you see, it's a hatchet technically, but a hatchet requires tool rod, an axe head, and a binding. And you make the tool rod, the axe, and binding out of whatever materials you want. And at the start, all you really are going to be using wood, cobblestone, things like that. But you can, when you get into like the later parts, you could be doing iron mixed with manual and mixed with energetic alley. There's a lot that goes with it. So we need a hatchet or a axe head, a tool rod, and a binding. So if I put the patterns here, let's find. So that's an axe head. There we go. Then that's a tool rod. Yep. And we need a basic binding. Yep, binding. So there we go. Now we got the parts that we do technically need. Now tool rod, if we make it out of wood, so I put that there, pattern that I'm trying to build, and then put the block I'm trying to build it out of. There we go. Tool rod. Now it says eco that word, and it gives like as a handle. It does like it tells you what it does. Don't know why I'm trying to explain all this, but there we go. It has certain properties because it's made out of wood. So that's our tool rod. Binding, I think you make it out of string. You do not. We'll make it out of wood. Just because, again, it's quite basic. We just need something to go at the moment. There we go. And it's a stone axe head. Now, I wonder if I did do this wrong. Okay, no, I didn't. We can't use string. I was right. So now I can put these in the pattern chest to store them for later. We go tool station. We pull up the hatchet. We put our made tool rod. We put our made bind. There we go. And we can name it. I don't feel a need to name it. But it has an XP as you use it as a level. And I can basically, as I go along, if I get a better headpiece I want to use, I can just upgrade this one and keep leveling it up. So I basically keep this same one with me for quite a while. / forever until you really get far into certain areas. So now we can go back to placing our trees. feel like I have crook. I don't have many crook. So let's just make more crook. Now I can use Tinker's Construct, that thing I was just using to make crook, but there's no reason because they're just wooden, so it's easier to do it this way anyways. Yeah, I'm sorry. It's the frames are freezing up, and I don't know why at the moment, but I really don't know why. There we go. I wasn't holding that button for a second to do vein mine. Okay, so let's eat some apple juice. Drink some apple juice. So there we go. Kind of got the basic tool. Now, if I do remember, I don't think we need a sword yet. I feel like that's everything we kind of need. Matic is quite useful for, it's like a all-around starting tool, but for now we can go without it, and I don't really want to get one of the swords at the moment, so we'll just move with our hatchet and see if we can level it up a bit. And we'll have to repair it so like it doesn't break. It like can hit 0, but it won't ever break. It'll just be broken. It'll like say broken, and you won't be able to use it for anything. It'll just be like you're hitting with your fist. So there we go. I think I might be wise to start doing this. Yeah, porcelain. Actually, it's not wise because porcelain, I believe, if I would requires bone meal. Don't have that yet. That requires another quest. But we can start the sieving. Now, sieving is quite it's quite interesting, and it's like the lifeblood of most of this, especially at the start. So we continue to make this more susceptible to mob spawning, which is always great. But I want a little sieve place over here. So if we look up sieve, and we'll get automatic sieves, but again, they honestly quite confuse me. We definitely need them at some point, but they confuse me. I'll just type in. Okay, now I don't know how to spell sieve. And the fact that it's lagging does not make it any better. Okay. So we just need sticks. I think we can start with 4 for now. Actually, let's do. Okay, we're doing all like. Please, game. Please. I could restart stuff, but I don't really want to at the moment. So there we go. We're just gonna suffer through it for now. So once we have our sieves, we have to have a mesh to put in our sieve, which is where you need the string from. And you can make better meshes, but obviously right now you can't, or I can't. But there we go. We can use a stack to make 8 meshes, and we can put meshes in all these, and that completes the sieve quest. There we go. So you can't put them in an 8x8. Now, I shall not be doing that at the moment. Actually, I could. Don't know why I would necessarily want to, because that would be a lot of fucking things needed. But for now, basically the idea, I do not need to build a mesh. I'll explain starting with dirt. So if I put dirt in one of these, it puts it in all at once, and I sieve it down. See at the top, it's going progress, and then it like sieves it. And I don't know if you like. I can turn these stone pebbles into more cobblestone, but sieving, so it's like sifting through the dirt to find these different materials. I need a chest, multiple chests. Let me quickly put some stuff away because I currently am getting quite overloaded. So just from that sieving, I got some diorite pebbles. They work in the same way as the like cobblestone pebbles. That if I put 4 together, it makes a diorite. We got melon seeds, dark oak seed, granite pebbles, barley seeds. The living roots are something different. Cactus something different. We put these 2 away. String mesh away for now. And then I dropped some stuff still over here. We got more stone pebbles and a normal seed. So those are. I just threw a pebble. So those are things that are coming out of dirt. So automatic sifter uses like, I struggle with it. I'll do that shortly. So flint stiffened mesh, I believe it. I'm pretty sure it just increases the likelihood you're gonna get certain things. Now to get just flint in general, gonna have to sift. Yeah, so like if you sift with string gravel, you can have a 12.5% chance. If you just do with flint stiffen, you have a 15% chance, and you get this stuff. So you can also just click on this, or press U on this, and you can see what you can sift and what you can get when you sift. So sand or dust, we do need actually quite soon. Gravel, we definitely need probably first. So what we do, and then there we go. So we have a lot of trees, which makes it even high likelihood that we're gonna die to something spawning. But we take our hammer that we have, and we're gonna bring this down to gravel to try to get a bunch of flint. Let's actually just start breaking. So you're gonna be annoying. Yeah, and I'll probably fix this frame issue bug. It's not a bug, but this like frame issue. It might be a bug, to be honest, but something's going on my PC somewhere that it does not currently enjoy. So there we go. Got that out of the way. Now I don't really have much of a use for cobblestone other than this. So for now, it's quite chill to turn this all into gravel. Or most of it. I think that should be enough to get kind of what I'm looking for. So we just gotta kind of sift. And sift again. And sift again. And sift our one more. We got 5 flint. This is gonna be more rough than I thought it was. And I guess I dropped these sugarcane seeds elsewhere at one point. So for 1 flint stiffened mesh requires 6 flint. It's quite a scene, but I kind of do want to get all 8 of these into that, which is going to require a bunch of cobblestone, which is a pain. So for now, that roughly explains how that works. Bonsai pot. Now I don't actually know how easy these are. They are quite easy. Now, hopping bonsai pot. We need iron. I'm saying a bunch of words here at the moment. We're going to get lava generation. It's quite important at the moment, but we need the porcelain. And if you remember, we need dust in the sieve for chance at bone meal. Bone meal plus the clay is where we get the porcelain, and we can fire the porcelain to, make stuff. So we're just going to get some lava because you can make cobblestone gens. And obviously very important in a game where cobblestone gets hammered down to basically be used into anything useful. So there we go. We're gonna get dust. Now this can give you like gunpowder and that, but I'm mainly looking for bone meal. Jesus Christ, this is gonna take a while, isn't it? Oh, we got one more. Didn't give a shit. So if we turn all this clay into clay, that made sense, into tinier clay. We got so far 3 unfired porcelain. A crucible requires 1, 2, 3, 7. So for now, I'm just gonna make more cobblestone. I'll be back when I got all my bone meal I need for that crucible, because otherwise it could be a bit of a wait and could be boring. So I'll be back. Okay, so back. Got a lot more. Oh, I got some rock candy too, which you can also eat, and rock candy can actually be used for some funny looking things like that. Not really useful now, but we got more bone meal, and at the moment, and sky stone dust, which no use to us at the moment. Say that word a lot, but on fire porcelain, very important. So I'm just gonna turn it all into that, even though right now we only need 7. So we make a on fire crucible. Now we put this in here. We're just gonna use some of the wood to burn it. Once it crafts, whatever you want to call it, burns, it will turn to a fully like crucible. And now I gotta find a good spot to put this. Okay, well, we complete the quest. So to start, you kind of only want to use a torch. You need okay, I'll explain better. This could be a bit dangerous. So if we just build a little area out here, we're essentially gonna need some sort of light source, which I'm just gonna get some coal or charcoal going. But you're gonna have a crucible. You're gonna put like a heat source underneath the crucible, and then you're gonna put cobblestone inside the crucible with the heat underneath it. And depending on how hot the heat source underneath it is, the better or worse the like the speed at which it turns into lava is changed. So lava is one of the better, like if you have lava underneath your production of lava, it'll be better than if you have a tiny little torch as your light heat source thing. So actually I'm going to put some torches around. Oh, okay, we're going to put some torches around just to, light up the area a bit, just in case it's big enough now. But if you put that there, you put the crucible above it, and you put cobblestone in, you see at the top, it at the moment, very slowly makes lava. And we'll need lava. So crucible, cobblestone gen. You can build using lava instead of building like a classical cobble gen, which can be quite annoying and it takes a lot of time sometimes to work with. You can build a cobble gen. I don't know if it has space in it. It does. And you can upgrade it. So cobble gen tier 1 only holds 32, but every 40 ticks, which I think is close to a second, can just spit out cobblestone, but it requires cobble, glass, and a water bucket and a lava bucket, which requires iron. There's like one thing requires another thing, which requires another thing, which requires another thing. It gets a bit tedious, but that's kind of like, I guess, the point. So quickly before we end this, if I want to say, I can't remember what you sieve to get the good loot for iron and that. I think you do need a flint mesh, which is the problem here. Oh, okay. Well, at least we got lava going. But to build the cobble gen, we need iron. And the basically way to get that is using a flint. That's the wrong button. A flint mesh. There we go. Flint mesh to do, I would say gravel would probably be fine. Which one produces the highest iron? So using a flint mesh, if you sieve the gravel instead of the other mesh, you can have a chance at getting these, where is it? Iron ore pieces, and you combine them together to make iron ore. Same with sand. So it would probably be best to do with sand. But we need flint stiffened meshes, which require 6 flint each. So again, this cut will probably be a bit. I'm going to cut. I'll be back with hopefully at least a few flint stiffened meshes, and then that'll be that. Okay, back again. So I was gonna go do that, but I did forget something. But it does require clay. You can make a without porcelain, just like with normal clay. You can make a bucket shape, and it creates an unfired bucket, and then you can use that to like fire the bucket and make a little clay bucket. Now, it may seem like not the greatest strategy, seeing as lava would probably melt clay, but you can put lava in a clay bucket, and then once you use it, the bucket disintegrates. So that'll be fine for our purposes for now, instead of having to grind to iron, which could be a pain in the ass and take a while. So there we go, got clay. Actually, I don't know why I did that, but there we go, clay. So there we go, we got the buckets. We're going to need more water, because we're going to need water bucket for the cobblestone gen. Just look it up so I know the recipe. Oh, we also need glass, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we do, okay. So, more water would be nice. I don't know why I'm putting in this, to be honest. Because now we just need to fire these up. And then we'll wait. And we'll get the buckets going. And I'll build the buckets I'll build the cobblestone gen in the next episode. So for that is all for now. I hate saying episode. I've said that a lot. There we go. That's that. Have a good time. good night, whatever. See ya.